these boxes will break the $10,000 bank? Is this one of them? Or is it this one? Or this one? We'll find out in a moment in this game of hide and seek as these 9 celebrities: Abe Vigoda, Gunilla Hutton, Liz Torres, Greg Bellamy, Jan Murray, Gail Fisher, J.P. Morgan, Buzz Aldrin, and Foster Brooks. All join us in playing Break the Bank. Now meet our host, Tom Kennedy.
What a great week we're having with these 9 beautiful people and with you folks. And we're so happy to have you with us today. You folks at home look good, too. Would you like to meet our 2 players? Johnny Jacobs, would you introduce them, please?
Yes, I will, Tom. Here's our current champion, whose winnings total over $3,300, Jim Rogers. And his opponent, a housewife whose hobbies are tennis and cards, Myrna Shepro.
Jim Rogers and Myrna Shepro are here, and now we're ready to do battle. Here's a quick explanation to Break the Bank. Here's what a typical board might look like. All the same denominations of money are grouped together and touch each other along one of the sides. Now, the 5 money bags are scattered all over, and then, of course, the wild box, that can be anywhere, and that can be used for any value. Now, get 3 of the same and you win. Get 3 money bags and you break the bank, which today is at $10,000. We'll play that right after this. When our show ended yesterday, our game was interrupted, and here's what the exposed portion of the board looked like. It's one $200 box for Myrna Shepro. And now, for every question used, one celebrity will give you a right answer, and the other one will try to fool you. It's up to you to pick the right one, and the first player to get 3 of the same money boxes wins. And we're ready to start today. Myrna, you were in control when we left our game last time, so pick another box.
Lucky 14, please.
Lucky 14. Could we see box number 14? It's a $300 box, and it is connected to J.P. Morgan and Gail Fisher, J.P. Who said the famous line, "Am I my brother's keeper"?
Marie Osmond. No, I guess not. That was Abel.
Say it again, please.
Abel.
Thank you. Gail.
Oh, it was Cain.
Myrna.
Cain.
Cain is it. You have a $300 box. One $200, one $300. Pick another box.
Lucky 19, please.
19. She's looking for another 300, and she found a money bag. Now, I'd like to remind you, my dear, that the bank is at $10,000. 3 of those money bags will break the bank. What do you want to do?
I would like to return it, please.
All right, she wants to continue to play. And?
15, please.
Number 15, looking for another $300 box. Could we see box? And it is a $300 box, this time connected to Foster Brooks and to Gail Fisher. Foster, if you wanted to tickle a turkey's waddles, what part of him would you touch?
I beg your pardon.
If you wanted to tickle a turkey's waddles, what part of him would you touch?
Well, is that turkey facing me? I would say that you would, if you want a taco, tickle a taco, whatever you said, you would work around the head.
All right.
And if you were in the Army, you know what I mean.
Gail Fisher.
Well, they don't have any elbows, you know, and the funny bone, and so it's really their knees.
I see. Myrna?
Gail.
What was the first answer? Around the head? I will take around the head.
That's right. His head is right. And we now have 2 $300 boxes, Myrna. Pick another box.
Next.
Lucky 10, please.
She's looking for, and if she finds the third $300 box, you could win the game and $900 in a special prize, and it is a blank. Okay, Jim.
Well, it's a block. I have to try number 20.
All right, number 20, he's going to try to block in the $300 category. Could we see box number 20? There it is, the third $300 box. And that is connected to Foster Brooks and to Buzz Aldrin. Foster, you've all seen the initials RX on a doctor's prescription. What Latin word does it stand for?
It stands for beware, Tom.
All right. Buzz
I mean,
Aldrin.
beware anybody. But
Yes, okay. Beware. Buzz?
No, it means to take.
Jim?
To take.
That's it, to take. A successful block, unless, of course, Myrna finds the wild card.
I'll go for number 17.
Number 17, new territory. Could we see box number 17 for Mr. Rogers? It's a $100 box connected to Liz Torres and to Buzz Aldrin. Liz, here's your question. What is sterling silver made of?
It's made of silver and copper.
Buzz?
No, sterling means, when it's applied to silver, means pure, so it's pure silver.
Jim?
Silver and copper.
That's it, silver and copper. You have a $100 box. Take another one. On the march.
Try for that second 100, number 12.
Did he find it? Could we see box number 12? He's looking. Oh, he found a blank. Back now to Myrna.
Number 5, please.
Number 5 for Myrna. Box number 5 is the money bag. I'll remind you the bag is the $10,000. 3 money bags breaks the bank.
No, I return it, please.
Okay. Next
And
is what?
number 4, please.
Could we
Lucky
see
4.
box number 4 for Myrna Shapiro? And she was looking for a 200, found a blank. Jim?
I'll go for it. Number 18.
Number 18, looking for another 100 to match his first one, and he found a money bag. Well,
I'll turn it back and go with number 16.
number 16 he wants next. Is that a $100 box? Yes, it is. That's connected to Abe Vigoda and to Buzz Aldrin. Okay, Abe, here is your question, sir. According to an old proverb, love flies out the window when something comes in the door. When what comes in?
My wife's mother. No, impatience.
Buzz?
Traveling salesman. No, when poverty comes in the door.
Jim? Impatience or poverty?
Impatience.
No, sir. It's poverty. The box returns over to Myrna.
Number 3, please.
All right, she has one $200 box. Let's see what number 3 is. That's another $200 box connected to Jan Murray and Ganilla Hutton. Jan, this company employs over 1 million people. It has assets over $60 billion. It's considered the biggest monopoly in the world. Name it.
Barry and Enright. No, it's General Motors, of course.
Ganilla?
I say AT&T.
Myrna? Pardon me. Yes, it is Myrna.
I say General Motors.
No, ma'am. It is AT&T. The game goes on. That box returns, and we're over now to Jim Rogers.
Go back to number 16.
All right, number 16. He wants that $100 box. Could we see box number 16, please? That's for Abe and for Buzz. And Abe, name the brilliant American naval hero who later became an admiral in the Russian Navy.
In the Russian Navy.
Yes, sir.
Admiral Halsey. In the Russian Navy?
Yeah,
Admiral
who later
Halsey.
became an admiral in the Russian Navy.
Admiral Dewey.
Uh-huh. Buzz?
John Paul Jones.
Jim?
John Paul Jones.
John Paul Jones is right. You now have two $100 boxes. And look what he has here.
For the win, I'll go number 11.
Of course. He knows they touch on at least one side. Could we see box number 11? Now this, you have to earn it. But this could win for you $300 and a special surprise prize. It's for Abe and Gail. Abe,
yes.
In a presidential election, if there is a tie in the electoral votes, how is this tie resolved?
In the House of Representatives.
Gail Fisher.
In the Senate.
This is for the game $300 special surprise prize.
In the House of Representatives.
That's it. You've won the game. $300. Thank you, Jim Rogers. Yes, indeed. And that was a very good game. As Myrna Shepro can tell you, right,
Yes,
Myrna?
yes.
And, of course, we have to say goodbye to you, but we have very nice gifts for you, and thank you very much for playing Break the Bank, Myrna Shepro. Jim Rogers won another $300. Johnny Jacobs, what prize do we have for him?
Tom Jim can visit our neighbors south of the border in Puerto Vallarta. Stay at the new and fabulous Holiday Inn, Puerto Vallarta, on the beach. 234 air-conditioned rooms, sailing, water skiing, specialty restaurants, and fabulous discotheque. Holiday Inn, Puerto Vallarta.
You're really racking them up there, Jim. You have cash and prizes totaling $4,340, and the bank wasn't broken, right? Another $500 goes in. The bank in the next game is worth $10,500. We'll play for that in just a minute. Jim Rogers, our current champ, has cash and prizes totaling $4,340. And now, Johnny Jacobs, would you introduce his new challenger, please?
Yes, I will, Tom. A substitute teacher whose interests are tennis and needlepoint, Myra Stillman.
All right, Myra. Would you be so kind as to start us off with a brand new game here?
Okay, I'll take box number 10. Please.
Box number 10 for Myra. Could we see box number 10? And she found a $300 box right off the bat, and that is connected to Foster Brooks and to Greg Milady. Foster, your host hands you a cocktail and asks you what is in it. You are told whiskey, a dash of bitters, vermouth, and a maraschino cherry. What is the name of this cocktail?
A depth charge.
Possible?
Not right. Tom, that's a Manhattan.
Thank you. Greg Milady.
That's Rob Roy.
Myra.
What was Greg's answer?
A Rob Roy. I say it better when I'm sober.
He said Rob Roy, and Foster said a Manhattan.
I'll say a Rob Roy.
No, sir, or no, ma'am. It's a Manhattan.
Thank you, Tom.
Yes, you're welcome. Over to you, Jim.
I'll go with box number 10.
Box number 10, same box. All right, connected to Foster and to Greg. Foster, with the start of which war did the U.S. Congress first enact the income tax law?
World War I.
And Greg?
The Civil War.
Jim?
World War I.
No, sir, the Civil War. How about you, Myra? Which box would you like?
I'll stick with box number 10.
All right, we're going to stay right there. And once again, for Foster and for Greg. All right, Foster, you are in New Zealand, and someone gives you a caca. What would you thank them for?
A what?
You are in New Zealand, and someone gives you a caca. What would you thank them
I'll
for?
give him $1,000 for that question.
If it worked, I'd pay him for it. About 2 seconds. Tom, I'd say a dog.
All right. Greg?
A punch in the mouth and a yuck. No, I'd say a bird.
Myra?
I'll say a bird.
You would thank them for a bird. You're right. You got a $300 box. Take another box, Myra.
Box number 5, please.
Number 5, looking for another 300, and she found a blank. Jim Rogers.
I'll try number 13.
Number 13 for Mr. Rogers. Box number 13 is blank. Myra.
Number 15, please.
Looking for the 300. Could we see box number 15? And there's a $300 box, and that is connected to Foster Brooks and Gail Fisher Foster. In 1920, the sale of booze became illegal. How many years did the great dry spell known as Prohibition last?
Too long. Tom, it happened 6 years, but I managed to get through it.
6.
6 years.
Gail Fisher.
With all the research you've done on that subject, Foster, I'm surprised at you. It was 13 years.
Myra.
I'll say 6 years.
No, ma'am. 13 years. All right. And we're back now to Mr. Rogers. That box returns to its neutral position. Number 15.
I'll go with number 12.
Number 12, Jim would like to see, so we'll take a look at box number 12. It's a $200 box connected to Liz Torres and to Gail Fisher. Liz, you walk in, and your husband is bouncing cranberries. Now, if his cranberries bounce, what does that mean?
We're home for the evening.
It means that the cranberries have quality.
Gail Fisher?
It really means that they're no good.
Jim?
Means they have quality.
That's right. They've got quality. You now have a $200 box, too, Jim. Pick another one.
I'll go with number 11.
Looking for another 200. Could we see box number 11? There it is, another $200 box, this time connected to Abe Vigoda and to Gail Fisher. And Abe, here is your question. When a rabbit does this, his ears almost go limp. What is it?
He's lucky. The rest of me falls apart. And I was saying, I would say sleeps.
Gail?
I would say, well, not what I would say. It's what
Go on, say it.
The,
Go ahead.
the cat, I don't know, what's up, Doc? He's eating.
Jim?
I'll have to go with the eating.
No, sleeps. And that box reverts to its neutral position. Myra Stillman.
I'll go back to box number 15.
She
please.
wants that $300 box, box number 15, connected to Foster Brooks and Gail Fisher. Foster, you have something in your body which is about the size of a grapefruit, and it weighs about 3 pounds. What is it?
It's a miracle because I'm pregnant. I should be so lucky. Tom?
Yeah?
It's your brain.
Gail?
I say it's your spleen.
My what?
She said spleen. Myra, what do you think? Brain or spleen?
I'll go with spleen.
No, ma'am, it's your brain. All right. We'll regroup here and map our strategy, and we go to Jim Rogers next after these words. Myra Stillman has one $300 box, and Jim Rogers has one $200 box, and the next pick is yours, Jim.
I'll go back to number 11 again.
Number 11. He wants a $200 box, and number 11 is that, of course, and it's connected to Abe Vigoda and to Gail Fisher. Abe, how much actual nickel is there in the 5-cent coin we call a nickel?
25% nickel, and the rest is copper.
Gail Fisher, how much actual nickel is there in the 5-cent coin we call a nickel?
It's 25% copper, and the rest is nickel.
Jim?
What were the first two answers?
Well, it's either, to simplify it for you, it's either, hold it now, it's either 25% nickel or 25% copper.
I said 25%.
I'd say 25% nickel.
That's right, and the rest is copper. That's right. And you have a $200 box. You now have two $200 boxes, as a matter of fact.
And for the win, I'll guess number 16.
Number 16. If this is the third $200 box, you could indeed win the game at $600 and a prize. Could we see box number 16, please? It is the $200 box connected to Abe Vigoda and to Buzz Aldrin. Abe, name the only one independent country outside the Arab world where women are not allowed to vote.
Oh, that's easy. Spain.
Buzz Aldrin.
Liechtenstein.
This is for the game. $600 and a special prize, Jim Rogers.
Liechtenstein.
That's it. You've won the game. Yes, indeed. $600. You did it. You did it indeed, Myra Stillman. We have to say goodbye to you. We have very nice gifts for you backstage, and we enjoyed having you on Break the Bank. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Myra. All right, Jim Rogers. $600 added to your prizes there and to your cash, and now we have another prize. What is it, Johnny?
Tom, he can now make cooking easier and faster with these small appliances. Hamilton Beach's versatile homemaker collection. Fantastic broiler, skillet, baconer, toaster, coffee maker, no scorch iron, blender. Featuring the Crock Watcher with carefree automatic high-low heat shift from Hamilton Beach Scoville. And for easier cleanup, a new dishwasher. From Tappan's full line of home appliances, the convertible portable dishwasher, 6 cycles. Features 2 revolving spray arms, porcelain finish, sound cushioned, heavy-duty Tappan kitchen appliances since 1881.
Oh, Jim. So far, this young man has racked up a trip to Miami, traveler's checks, the bar cart, the barbecue, the trip to Puerto Vallarta, the appliances, the dishwasher, $2,400 in cash for $5,590. And I'll have you know the bank was not broken. Another $500 goes into the bank. The next time, folks, $11,000 in the bank. We'll be right back. All right, our current champ, Jim Rogers, has so far cash and prizes totaling $5,590, and he'll take on a new challenger when we convene next, and our bank will be at $11,500. And I just want to say goodbye to our friends up here on the panel, and I want to say in particular to JP,
Yes.
I hear that you have a new album coming out. Is that right? Or you're working on one?
Yes, I'm just doing it with David Foster's producing and Keith Olsen is engineering it.
We'll look for that, you lovely songbird. And, of course, you know, Foster has an album called Foster Brooks Roasts. We're going to look for that. Were you going to say something, Jan?
No, but I realize I haven't been on the air today, so I know that. You know, if you want to talk to me for a moment, I have a new album. It's called Love is a Treasure Hunt.
Was that right? I've got news for you. Abe Vigoda is going to do Odd Couple.
No.
I mean, wait a minute, Sunshine Boys.
Sunshine Boys, I will do that at the Cherry County Playhouse, June 29th through July the 4th.
And that's
where is the Cherry?
In Traverse City, Michigan.
Oh.
You bet it is.
And I hope to see all you folks out there.
That's right. Terrific.
He starts in Traverse City, and then he goes into some small towns with the show.
It's a great playhouse back there.
Yes.
We wish you much luck, Abe.
Thank you very much.
And we thank you once again for being with us this week.
Any chance of you talking to me again?
No, Jan, I'm sorry. Yeah, in just a moment, I'm getting to you. Ganilla Hutton from Hee Haw, thank you, doll, for being with us. Sure enjoyed having you. Liz Torres, we look for you at Studio One on June 8th, I think it is.
Yes.
And Greg, of course, Tom Hartman on Mary Hartman. Jan and his entire mouth will be back with us next week. And we're going to go, Gail Fisher's headed out for Kansas City, and she's going to do The Dozens. And J.P. Morgan, we're going to look for her album. And Buzz Aldrin, back from a very successful lunch, and Foster Brooks is now currently at the Sands with Jack Albertson, and thank you all for a great week. See you next time, folks, on Break the Bank.
Our departing contestants will receive the professional carpet cleaner that gets the deep down dirt. Now you can rent the pro and do-it-yourself Steamex. And delicious Philonite Ready Crust. Waiting to become a pie, your dessert will seem like it came from the pastry chef. Ready Crust, a special treat just Philonite. And delicious Johnston's Hot Fudge and Butterscotch dessert toppings. Heat the handy box package open and serve. From Johnston, the dessert people.